All right, everybody, Cardinal Cowboy here, right out front of an awesome property we're gonna check out. I'm with Jason Licavoli.
That was good. Close, that was it. That was good.
He's got a cool Italian name, but he's an expert. Well, I mean, just in the whole industry, a real estate investing expert right here, showing us. We got a great property here that somebody's very interested in figuring out what the best option for them is. So we're gonna go inside, show you the house. I'm even gonna step out a little bit closer to the street so you can see a little bit more of what we got here. But it's a great house. Something unique about this house you can see from here, it's got two
front doors.
Two entrances at the front. They're not like a door by side by, you open both of them and it goes to one entrance. It's two separate entrances, which makes it some distinct advantages we'll talk about here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Normally that would be kind of a weird thing, but for what we're going to talk about today, it's actually a competitive advantage. So we'll get more into that.
All right, let's flip it around. We're going to keep going from right here. All right, show us the way, Jason.
All right, so we're in Old Town St. Charles. So, you know, this is 1940s, 50s, maybe. I'm not sure the age of the subdivision. There's newer houses just kind of sprinkled in. So you got an all brick house. You know, it's got a nice roof, corner lot. Show them over here. It's like we're on the dead end corner lot right here. It's always sought after to be on the corner lot. And neighbors' houses are all really nice. Streets nice and wide and big. Parking on the street. Again, these are all variables that matter to people when they're living in a house. So, probably fit 3 cars in that driveway. You know, a lot of nice, some good landscaping. Like I said, solid brick house. It's in really good shape. We're going to talk a couple details about the house itself, but then we'll also talk about a couple different strategies you could use for exit strategies, right? So this is an inherited house, right? Dad passed away, house is sitting here vacant, and what do we do? So that's the challenge for today is, what would Jason do? So I'm going to advise through this video, I'm going to advise on a couple different strategies that you could use, and then I'll tell you what I would do if this was my house.
Let's go see.
Let's go check it out. And these hardwood floors are unbelievable in here. That's always a bonus. All right, let's check it out. So you walk in, nice big living room. You know, you got a lovely young lady here in the in the living room. We got some 6-panel doors. Some are the old. Well, here we go. Actually, no, let's start over here because let's go in. So we went in door number 2, right? That was the right side door. This actually leads you to the other side of the house. So I just want to show you, like, if this was your house, it might be kind of weird to have 2 front doors, right? Some people, you know, maybe it's a grandmother's quarters, teenager's apartment, but that's the second door right there. Nice big living room, hardwood floors. Look at this vintage bathroom, right? Big bird yellow, you gotta love it. They don't make them like that no more, you know? Matching tub, but it's in really good shape. So, you know, you could epoxy this and make it white, make it neutral. But for me, I like the little loud colors. I think it builds a little character, and it goes with the theme of the house. So I would actually leave that. Some people go white, might gut it. So this is technically, I guess, the bedroom. So this is like a little 3-room apartment right here. You got a living room up front, bathroom, and a bedroom. So if you're a regular buyer for this house, you might go, what am I gonna use that space for? If you're doing Airbnb as a strategy, this is actually a huge bonus. You just turn this 1 unit into 2 units that are making you revenue. And we'll go through all that later, but I just want to let's show everybody the house first. Make it a feel for the layout, because it's kind of a funky layout. A lot of old houses are like this. They're real choppy, you know? So again, this is technically the dining room right here. Small living room, huge dining room. That's how they used to do things back in the day. And let's check out this kitchen right here. So you got these vintage cabinets, right? Normally that's dated, but these are in such good shape. I think we can go for that vintage look throughout this whole house. It all matches. I mean, even got the vintage backsplash. Can't go wrong with mint green, right? I mean, the windows are in great shape. I mean, they're older windows, but they're in really good shape. So again, you know, I'm coming at you in a lot of different ways. I flip houses. I've flipped over 100 houses. I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm always flipping houses, but there's other exit strategies for something like this, you know? There's tax implications for getting a bunch of income when you inherit a house and you sell it. You got to pay taxes on that money. So there's some other exit strategies that could be good depending on your circumstances. So, but look at this huge garage with all this natural light. Amazing. You don't get every car guy would love to have this situation, you know?
Yeah.
Let's check out this backyard. It's perfect. Nice and flat, not too big. It's got that zoysia grass, you know, nice and soft. Let the kids run around, do their thing. Play little washers, little bags or something. Big shed, store all your stuff in there, get it out of sight, out of mind. You do have a door leading to the basement, which is partially finished, and that adds a ton of value. You can see back here, all brick, right? Not a lot of siding, mostly brick. Really good shape, doesn't need any tuck pointing. The paint's in great shape. You know, we need a little bit of landscaping out here, but it's not much. You can tell by like people trimming their bushes the right way. That's an indication that somebody took care of the property. Does that make sense? Little stuff like that. Some of the windows are a little bit older. Obviously, you can see the storm window busted. You can always replace those things. Lots of storage in this house, too. For an old house, like, I think we counted 7 closets. You got storage, 2 storage sheds in the garage. It's amazing. Yeah, let's head on downstairs. All right, let's check this out here. Like I said, partially finished basement, but mostly finished. You got a secondary kitchen. Forget about it. That's amazing. Everybody wants that, right? You got a fireplace in the basement. I mean, come on. But it's a nice big open space, you know? You want to get the kids out of your hair, send them downstairs, you know? The husband's acting up, send him downstairs, you know? And so this is like the main, I guess, living space area. And then on the other side of the steps here, we have the dungeon. So there's 2 extra rooms. Well, that light works pretty good. We can see. So this is, again, you can't really call this a bedroom because you don't have egress, but you can make a little video arcade room, a little play room. Could just be storage down here too. You could block this off if you need extra storage. So, I mean, you can always paint these paneling and it kind of goes away. I'm not sure what a switch is over here.
There's a light up there.
Switch? Oh, okay. So mechanical room, you know. Pretty basic, but you do have laundry here, always important. For homeowner, renter, Airbnb, any of those things. Electric looks pretty good. Again, you know, HVAC is a little dated. That could be an issue. You got to make sure you got reserves for that. And if you're holding this as a rental, here's the door that goes outside. We were just out in the backyard. Nice big door, easy to use stairs. I mean, that's a huge advantage to be able to have access to down here separately. So, you know, could you use this as a 3rd unit in this house for Airbnb or for rental? Maybe. There's a lot of rules and restrictions around that. We can talk about that more later, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of what the house looks like. And then we can talk about numbers and strategies and options, you know. Some people would come into a house like this and gut the bathrooms, gut the kitchen, and just update everything. But for me, because it's vintage and in such good shape, I think you go with it. Make the decor and furniture all match that look. So, I mean, you got new appliances. Everybody wants that. New fridge, new dishwasher, new stove. So, I mean, you know, again, this house could go a lot of different ways. And depending on which exit strategy will decide the kind of revenue that you're going to get from it. And we could argue all day about which one's the best. But for me, especially with the 2 doors in the front, this is an Airbnb goldmine. Unless you got Karen living next door or you have some other problem with the neighborhood. Because the human variable is always the most difficult part to fix. The house itself, you're going to win. So check with the neighbors, make sure they're cool. You're on a dead-end street, huge advantage. Check this out. We got a grapevine out here. Like, who's got that? That's fun.
Jason, tell me real quick summary of the 3 or 4 options that somebody might have with this house. They could sell it. They could rent it. They could rent to own, I guess.
Yeah, you got lease option, owner finance.
Or Airbnb, or what else?
So Airbnb is my favorite exit strategy. It doesn't always work for every property, but this particular one with the 2 front doors, if you go to sell it retail, that's a huge disadvantage. The confused mind says no. And Joe Schmo homeowner is going to go, why the 2 front doors? That's weird. Where the kid's going to stay, it's kind of a weird layout. But for Airbnb, it's perfect. Now you have 2 units that can cash flow. Small unit might be $100, $150 a night, but this unit might be $200, $300 a night. And then you can also have a door like you would at a hotel suite, locks on both sides, and you can open it up so you can have 2 units being rented for 1 group. And in Airbnb, that is the competitive advantage over a hotel. I can't bring 8 people into a hotel room, but I can bring 8 people in this house. And so it's more cost effective. And I got 4 kids, so having a kitchen is crucial. Otherwise, I go poor taking these kids out all the time. So the casino's 2 minutes from here. You have festivals downtown Main Street. I mean, there's so many draws for this location. So location, location, location. We've always known that about real estate. But for Airbnb, it's very specific as to why the location works. And this place is going to work big time. So we got an overview of the house, right? Do you have any questions or anything? I don't know. We just kind of like bulldog the house.
Well, I wanted people to see that and understand the overall concept and your expertise. So let's give it that overview again. So we're walking outside. Yeah, we didn't even.
Oh, the master.
The master bedroom, of course. And we kind of breezed through here, but yeah, look at that. And there
nice big walk-in closet. I mean, this is a big size bedroom right here. And do you see the lavender tile in there? Fantastic. I love old stuff like that when it's in good shape, you know.
Right, like that.
They got the yellow bathroom and the lavender bathroom. So,
all right, well, let's so we can get a little more light. So, hey, that's the quick overview of the inside. We're going to step outside so we can talk about it a little bit more and kind of talk a little bit about this location because I'm gonna flip the camera down the street, literally straight ahead where the camera's pointed. If you take a right there, you're on the Main Street, Old St. Charles Main Street. All kinds of neat little shops, restaurants, boutiques, all kinds of cool stuff. Right over here, though, you go down the street and turn to the right. You're at the casino. You go straight down the hill, you're at a restaurant. You go off behind the building over here, and you're over on the old 5th Street where there's a coffee shop. There's
Starbucks and McDonald's and
everything,
Bass Pro Shops, everything.
Everything right there, over there. So, I mean, this place has just got an incredible location. We should.
They want to see our pretty faces?
Buy this thing. So, let's give a quick.
I want to buy this thing.
The sun's coming at us from over here, so let's get the sun
all right, cool.
shining on us. So, Jason, quick summary. We got everything kind of nailed down here. Got just a minute or two left in our segment here. This thing is going to be a cash flow king. You think there's no way to really lose with this place?
Absolutely. Well, you can win on any of those strategies. So you can sell the house just straight retail, right? Do a quick rehab, light rehab, doesn't need much. And you can sell it retail, and that's a great strategy. That's what most people do. You can also rent it, owner finance, lease option, all kinds of creative ways to sell the property. But for me, I'm always looking for, is Airbnb a possibility? Because if it is, you're going to win. And this one, it definitely is. The only contingency is a neighbor that doesn't want you there, an HOA, if there's restrictions in your county or city. So again, I know this area. I know we're good. The only variable is HOA. So this house is going to win, man. I mean, and I put it this way. It's a 225, 250 house maybe in this area. I'm guessing just from my gut instinct. So say 250 on the high end. So you could sell it and get 250. You could rent this house and get $1,800 a month, $1,500 a month. I'm just guessing. I'm saying numbers so that you can get an idea. But as an Airbnb, you'll make $8,000 a month.
$8,000 a month.
Yeah. Now there's expenses with that, right? You got utilities, management.
That'd be gross.
But you're netting a couple thousand a month. So you're never going to net a couple thousand. Oh, let me go back. So I'm taking out the rent portion, because right. So like as an arbitrage play, I could rent this house right now. I'll offer you $1,500 a month. I'll just rent it. I'll sublease it as an Airbnb and I'll make the $8,000. Or I can show you how to do it and then you can make the $8,000. So it's just a great exit strategy for a house like this. In this area, with this layout, it's going to kill it. So
ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn the expertise of this gentleman, who is a guru in the industry, in the world, especially in the Midwest and the country, Jason is an expert. So we're going to follow up with more with him. He's going to be in our studio here for a sit down where we talk about all this. And hopefully you can pick up on the fact that you should probably follow this guy. You should probably look him up. And I know he's going to have some extra videos to help share with people.
Yeah, we'll do some breakdowns with all the different. I have 14 Airbnbs right now. We talked about that.
Yeah.
So I have 14 Airbnbs right now, and I've been doing this for 3 years. I don't really touch them, right? So I outsource everything. This doesn't have to be a hands-on business. You know, a landlord says passive income. You involved. When you do Airbnb, you have so many people in place that you literally could just be turnkey, and it's exciting opportunity. So, you know, we'll talk about this one in particular, but I think we're going to talk about a couple more opportunities that are out there for people. So
we'll be doing some more. Stay tuned right here from the Your Little Castle Show. Thanks, everybody.